You heal one trigger at a time, one situation at a time, and one day at a time. And your healing requires that you objectively evaluate each trigger you encounter and parent yourself. And where you do not objectively evaluate a trigger, you need to apply tools to parent yourself in those situations, just like a child you love. Because if you do not do something about your trigger, this leaves you distressed. And that distress is unaddressed and it stays in your body. Those are the emotions that they talk about, which keep you getting re-triggered by similar or same situations. Healing your life is like a weight loss journey. You have to be intentional and you have to make a plan about what exercise regime you're going to adhere to and what eating habits you're going to adhere to. And you do it every day consistently. You might have cheat days, you might have rest days, but you are still going to incorporate that in your healing, in your weight loss journey. So this is the same thing you are needing to do with your healing. You don't just go to therapy and say, I'm done, and then wait until next week. This is the reason why many people are struggling, even though they are in some kind of healing program. You need tools to take home with you, to have home with you, tools that you will apply or incorporate when you face triggers, when you face challenges, and when life hits, or in your relationships. That is the whole point of healing, for your relationships, for your children, and for the world. You owe it to all of us to heal. You need to have the tools so that when you meet me and I am in my own mood, you still ground in who you are. You are able to express a boundary. You are able to detach and leave me alone and not be mixed up with my messiness or whatever mood I am in that is not helpful. That is what healing needs to help you with. You need to have boundaries, and that comes from you healing your life. So, each and every day, for 90 days, I invite you to look into a trigger, a single trigger. Maybe you've got a habit, a behavior that is not helpful. Like someone was saying, they are dramatic, they cause chaos in their relationship. And the answer is, assess what happens before you get into that chaos or you cause that chaos. Then assess how you feel and what would have happened for you to feel. Evaluate your trigger by assessing how you feel and what happened. And consider any situations that might worsen the impact of your trigger, such as not having a self-care habit, unhealed traumas, a recent stressor. And assess your sensations, images, feelings, and look into the thoughts that accompany your behavior or your patterns. And then explore the root cause. Exploring the root cause is what helps you to identify why you are triggered, because it leads you to recognize the unmet need. Any reaction, any behavior that's not helpful comes from an unmet need. So you are trying to meet that need in a dysfunctional way. Understand what that need is and think of yourself as a parent of a child you love and what a parent would do for a child they love in a similar situation. Obviously, for any child, we give them a hug, we tell them we love them, we are here for them, we reassure them, and we plan to do something with them. And this is the same thing you are needing to do for the inner child in you, for yourself. We are our own parents as adults, and that's what healing is about, to look after ourselves like young children, to nurture ourselves and to lead our lives and act in our best interest, to look into the things that we need, and also to look into our behaviors and discipline ourselves. Look into ways that you can replace dysfunctional behaviors with functional behaviors. Ways that we can replace some habits with hobbies and interests. Ways that we can replace some things that we are doing. Maybe we are getting into unhealthy relationships and replace them with our friends and our family and ourselves and other people in the world who need help for a period. Because love is not confined to romance. Love exists even without romance. This is what a loving parent would do. And what you are needing to also include and incorporate in your healing is to recognize that you need a self-care habit, because a self-care habit will help you to improve your emotional baseline. Your day starts in the morning. Be intentional when you wake up and commit to yourself and nurture yourself and pay attention to yourself. As you prioritize yourself each and every morning, you are telling yourself you matter. And this helps you and helps your relationship in that you will not attach to people because you are desperate. You attach to yourself. And then other people are a bonus and a mirror. They can also demonstrate to you how you are treating yourself, and they can give you data by their behavior that you need to do something for yourself to act in your best interest. This is what healing is about, for you to learn self-love and boundaries, to improve your own character and respect yourself, even as you get into relationships, even as you work, even as you parent, even as you walk in public. That's what your healing is all about. And healing requires that you reflect on your behavior, on your habits, on your attitudes. Because when you objectively evaluate your triggers and you create solutions to act in your best interest, you need to also apply those solutions in your life so that you put them to use and you make changes. When people journal, sometimes they just journal, but what they are journaling is not what they are living. You need to make sure that just like you budget, you write that budget, you also need to make sure you are spending money according to your budget. You are writing that you plan to detach. You plan not to interfere when your partner goes out. Do not interfere. Find something else to do. Keep that promise to yourself. For 7 dates that they go out, and you will begin to feel better in yourself, to be more in control of your life than trying to control the life of another person. That is what healing is about. Not attaching to an outcome, not trying to control other people, but recognizing that your control only lies within your own life. Daily, you need to repeat the objective evaluation exercise. Daily, you need to repeat self-care, to practice gratitude, meditation, affirmations. Affirm your life. Visualize what you want to happen rather than staying stuck in what's going wrong or what's not working. Self-hugs. Hug yourself and set an intention for your day. Get into the day intentionally and with mindfulness. Practice boundaries. Maintain self-love. Reframe your thinking and forgive. Less complaining, let go and move forward and regulate your emotions each and every day. For 90 days, repeat this exercise, repeat these habits, and you will find that you are losing the psychological weight and you're learning now to detach where you used to jump in, where you used to attack. Some triggers that used to be triggers are no longer triggering. Some situations where you used to struggle and get really triggered, you are now able to manage. Each situation you know is going to trigger you, you go in with tools and you can parent yourself if you cannot avoid this situation. This is what healing is about. And when you get into relationships, you use the tools that you have learned to manage.